Ever feel like your wallet is holding you back? You're at the coffee shop, ready to grab your morning latte. But as you tap your Revolut card, the dreaded message flashes on the screen: transaction declined. It turns out, you've hit your contactless limit again. Frustrating, right? We all love the convenience of contactless payments. No more fumbling for cash or digging through your wallet. But that little tap can add up faster than you think, especially if your limit is set a bit too low. So, what can you do if you find yourself constantly bumping into this limit? Well, fear not, fellow Revolut user. Because in today's video, we're going to crack the code on increasing your contactless limit and take back control of your daily transactions. Before we dive in, let's take a quick second to understand why Revolut even has contactless limits. It might seem annoying, but there's a good reason for it. These limits help protect your account from unauthorized transactions. If someone snatches your card and starts tapping away for expensive purchases, the limit helps minimize the damage. Now, with that security net in place, let's talk about boosting your contactless power. There are actually two things you can do to make those taps smoother: resetting your contactless limit and, depending on your region, potentially increasing it. Let's tackle the reset button first. This is a handy feature that essentially refreshes your limit for the day. Imagine it like a counter that resets back to zero at midnight. So, even if you've maxed out your contactless transactions earlier, hitting the reset button lets you start tapping again. Here's how to find the reset button. Open your Revolut app. Tap on the Cards tab. Select the specific card you want to adjust, physical or virtual. Look for Settings or a similar option. Scroll down until you see Contactless Limit. Now, depending on your phone and Revolut version, you might see a simple reset button or an option to reset contactless limit. Just a tap, and you're good to go for the rest of the day. Alright, that's the reset button sorted. But what if you crave even more contactless freedom? Here's where things get a little region-specific. In some countries, Revolut allows you to increase your actual contactless limit. This means you can adjust the maximum amount you can tap to pay without needing your PIN. Important note, this option might not be available in all regions. Revolut constantly updates its features and functionalities based on local regulations. So, the best way to check if you can increase your limit is to explore the app itself. Here's a general guideline on how to find the increase option, if available. Follow the same steps as the reset button. Navigate to your card settings within the Cards tab. Look for the Contactless Limit section. Instead of a reset button, you might see a slider or a field where you can input a new limit amount. Remember, increasing your limit comes with added responsibility. While it offers more convenience, it also exposes your account to potentially larger unauthorized transactions if your card falls into the wrong hands. So, before you crank that limit all the way up, consider your spending habits and risk tolerance. Here are some additional tips to keep your contactless payments safe. Always keep your phone and card secure. Don't leave them unattended in public places. Enable push notifications to get alerted about any transactions on your account. Consider using a PIN for smaller purchases even with a higher contactless limit. It adds an extra layer of security. By following these tips and taking control of your contactless limits, you can make your Revolut experience even smoother and more secure. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, happy tapping.